a balancing act between safety and security and freedom, as I talked about the last time we discussed this. Having been a volunteer with the police department for 25 years, we depend on volunteers in many areas of our police department to provide some of those functions that officers alone cannot provide, or if they do, they're off the street, not out protecting and serving. I look to the chief of police as our chief law enforcement officer to be our chief advisor on safety and security, and if he has an operational need for something that will enhance the safety and security, in his opinion, as the professional, I think we owe him that duty and respect to accept that opinion. Therefore, I will move approval to amend appropriation ordinance number 11-95, the 2012 appropriation ordinance, by increasing the general fund expenditure appropriation amount of $237,000 to support a downtown safety project.
Second.
Any other comments or questions, Randy?
If all goes well, I'll be sitting in this seat about a year from now, and I would love to have the metrics to measure how this $188,000 has benefited our downtown and our community as a whole. So, thank you.
Jan?
No, I do want to say that I'm a big supporter of downtown. I think I always have been and have always shown my support for downtown. And in this case, I really want to show support for the mayor and this idea too. And I do hope that it actually does exactly what we hope it will do, and that it will bring more people downtown, and people will feel safer who do come downtown. I had some hesitation, and I actually have one request. Is in the last 2 weeks we have had the last 2 meetings, we have had significant amounts of dollar requests, which are outside of the typical budget cycle. We completed a budget only 2 months ago. And I know the mayor is new, I know the process is new, but $800,000 is a lot of money in such a short amount of time. And so my request would be, and it would just be easier for me to support these projects, if we had, in the case of downtown, if we had a bigger picture plan. If I knew that streetlights would be included, or were on the plan. If I knew that some upgrades to Acacia Park, which I think has been a problem. If I knew that the 2 big blocks down where the bars are, which we all know are part of the problems, had some pieces involved, it would be much easier for me to support these requests. So that's what I ask. But in an effort to really support the mayor and to support downtown, I will be supporting the cameras.
Any other questions or comments?
You know, I got to tell you, well, I guess I'm going to have to make a decision which I'm going to push that button, so I got to decide that. You know, this is a tough one for me. I don't think you can find a person on council who's been a more bigger supporter of public safety, and especially the police department, than me. Maybe Bernie. And you know, and I'm great friends with a number of people that are downtown and are advocates of downtown. They shop in their stores. You know, I know when I go in Rich's store that he's got cameras, and I could choose not to go in there if it didn't bother. I mean, it bothered me. Since I bought my last 2 computers from Rich, I don't think it bothers me that much. But to me, this is the issue. I'm in a hard, and I got to tell you, these big Orwellian concerns that Big Brother, I just don't have any of them. You know, I don't go downtown and commit crimes. I don't go in Rich's store and commit crimes. So you can take pictures of me all you want. You're not going to see anything except boring old fat guy walking around the store. You know, it's just. But I'm going to. And just one last comment. Like she said, Mr. Satterfield's gone. You know, this idea that we've got these raving mad, these are my words now, not his, I'm paraphrasing, that we've got these raving mad retired military who are running around militias and they're threatening the city. He must know a different retired military bunch in this town than I do, because I know an awful lot of them. I am one of them. And I think that's a gross, and I look at the audience, and I know that there's someone in the audience that are shaking their heads yes. Thank you, Dan. You know, I don't know what group he's running with, but it's not the group of retired military that I know. And I think it's a horrible characterization of the tremendous amount of support the retired military does in this country. Yeah, couldn't let that one go. But I am bothered by the financial aspects of this. We have lots of requests. We've had requests last week for additional supplements for the pools. I'm hearing that we're going to have additional requests over the next month or two. You know, I'm very worried about this. I'm very worried about this from a financial standpoint. I think I'm going to probably vote no, simply because I want to see the bigger picture of the financials. I want to see the bigger pictures of how this fits into the overall scheme. I am very concerned. I've been doing this for 9 years. I'm probably more concerned now even than I was a couple of years ago about the financial future of this city, and I just want to see the bigger picture. And I don't know how we can keep piecemealing this and figure out how it's going to fit into it. So on that, I don't think I've got anything else. Val?
Probably no surprise, I moved for a postponement just for that reason. I wanted some more time. I wanted to examine the city budget. I wanted to see how things would fit, and I want to see how we've done from last year's budget to now. So I'm going to be voting against it.
So we have a motion and a second on the floor. Please vote. And that passes on a 6-2 vote with Councilmember Slotko excused. Item number 12.